This past week, we finished reading chapters from Dr. Nancy Ordover's American Eugenics, Race, Queer Anatomy, and the Science of Nationalism. In the chapters we read, Ordover connects racism, healthcare, and welfare to the ideology and tools of modern eugenics, specifically forced sterilization and temporary sterilization in the forms of birth control. Her unique perspective through feminist queer theory allows us to see past the veil of egalitarian rhetoric of liberal reproductive justice advocates that shrouds what Ordover argues are brutal policies justified under the guise of helping the unfit. Who are the unfit? Well, Ordover offers that true to the ideals of eugenics, the unfit are the marginalized, poor, uneducated women, especially poor women of color, whose reproduction of unsavory stock is deemed the origin of societal woes. Throughout Ordover's historical and empirical account, we see the emergence of an all too familiar concept, that of pragmatism. Pragmatism, which is a philosophy that emphasizes the practical application of ideas and testing them in human experience, is the language of progressive neoliberal policies that seek to solve these societal woes of poverty, crime, violence, etc. by explicitly targeting those populations deemed unfit, all in the name of the greater good. These quick fix solutions have manifested in many ways, included forced sterilization as a consequence for committing crimes or stipulation of probation. As we know, the United States has a long and sordid past with pragmatism, racism, and quick fix solutions. However, it should be noted that although Ordover's examples read like horror stories of the past, they are still very relevant. As a matter of fact, it was only 2 years ago that California Governor Jerry Brown made the sterilization of women in prison without consent illegal after findings from an audit revealed that doctors under contract with the California Department of Corrections sterilized nearly 150 female inmates from 2006 to 2010 without required state approvals and consent. What's even more relevant were the justifications of the recommending physician in a majority of these cases. Dr. James Heinrich told audit investigators that the money spent sterilizing inmates was, quote, minimal compared to what you save in welfare paying for these unwanted children as they procreate more. While pragmatic solutions aimed at the betterment of society are seemingly a good thing, the problem with neoliberal quick fix solutions is that they often don't even attempt to address the institutional and structural causes of poverty and violence in the first place.